There comes a point when everything feels out of control. Heart racing, mind spinning, body on overdrive. But here's the twist. The nervous system isn't the enemy. It's an untapped superpower. Mastering it means taking the driver's seat in your own life. Confidence, discipline, and entrepreneurship thrive when the mind stops reacting and starts choosing. And just like that, the first step toward real results begins to show itself. Calming the body is calming the world around you. Consistency in emotional responses changes how situations unfold. Real progress doesn't come from luck. It comes from showing up, again and again, even when nothing seems perfect. Emotional control becomes second nature, and suddenly, the chaos feels manageable. Over time, energy once wasted on worry transforms into creative power. Opportunities start to appear, ideas flow, decisions gain clarity. Controlling the nervous system isn't just a trick, it's a whole new way of living, and maybe the secret that separates those who survive from those who truly thrive. Everything starts with preparation. It's the secret weapon that crushes anxiety and brings clarity. Being prepared means not winging it out of fear, but stepping in with confidence. Every plan, every clear goal, strengthens the nervous system and turns chaos into direction. Entrepreneurship isn't about blind risks. It's about knowing exactly why each risk is worth taking. The gap between those who just show up and those who lead is all about time invested in prep. Discipline and consistency become the foundation for anyone chasing real results. When preparation is solid, the body stays calm, and emotional control becomes second nature. That's why some people seem to own every room. Not because of luck, but because they're ready. Preparing is a form of respect for yourself and your future. Walking into any situation already centered is half the battle won. Preparation doesn't erase fear. It flips it into action. And maybe that's the first hint of what it really means to have an unshakable mind. There's a subtle trap in chasing high performance. Thinking success depends on long rituals or perfect conditions. The truth? Real power comes from the consistency of small daily actions. True entrepreneurship is born when practice beats waiting. Focus isn't on incense, hour-long meditation, or the perfect setup. It's on showing up even when nothing seems ideal. Discipline doesn't have to be mystical, it just needs to be constant. Every intentional action retrains the nervous system to respond with confidence, not panic. Emotional control doesn't come from a mantra or a power ritual. It comes from a quiet commitment to daily action, even when no one's watching. That's where most people drop out, and few stick it out. Those who learn to rely less on rituals and more on presence reap lasting results. Energy once lost to endless prep turns into real momentum. Consistency becomes the new ritual, and progress, the new mantra. Funny how simplifying the process is exactly when life starts responding with more power. No single mistake, no matter how big, can wreck the entire journey. Failure is just a waypoint, not the finish line. Understanding this unlocks a different level of emotional control, where fear stops calling the shots. Entrepreneurship is about keeping your stride even after a stumble, and the difference between quitting and thriving lies in how each mistake is interpreted. A mind trained to chase results doesn't get hijacked by panic. Mistakes are data, not death sentences. That's where confidence proves itself, when nerves flare but the body stays grounded, and discipline speaks louder than doubt. Top leaders don't avoid failure. They collect it as evidence of growth. Every slip is a chance to retrain the nervous system and build a new response. Choosing not to self-sabotage strengthens the mind. Consistency in moving forward, learning, and adjusting is what turns failures into progress. And really, it's this kind of resilience that separates those who try from those who achieve. In the middle of chaos, the body speaks before the mouth. A rushed gesture, a restless glance, a nervous touch, all signals that the internal system is off balance. But mastering emotional control flips the script. Staying still is often the strongest move. Silence amplifies confidence and the world senses it instantly. Stillness isn't passivity. It's leadership in its purest form. Intense moments, steady breathing, and a calm gaze command respect. Entrepreneurship shows up not just in words but in the energy held when everything around is shaking. Staying calm signals a trained mind. This strategic immobility isn't accidental. It's built with discipline and consistency. Every tough situation is a chance to strengthen the invisible muscles of serenity. The moment the body quiets, power shifts. And maybe that's exactly where true leadership begins, in the silence of self-mastery. Lightness, is an underrated power. Many think success demands constant seriousness, but real results often emerge when weight gives way to laughter. Life and entrepreneurship become clearer when humor is part of the game. Celebrating small wins, recognizing effort, and allowing moments of levity strengthens emotional control and builds genuine connections. Taking everything too seriously turns progress into tension. Confidence grows when there's room to fail without shame and to laugh at mistakes. Discipline stays in place, but with lightness, because consistency without joy becomes a burden. Leaders who grasp this inspire not just by achievements, but by the energy they radiate in every interaction. Humor and humanity are invisible allies of consistency. In lighter environments, the mind opens, creativity expands, and results flow more naturally. When rigidity melts away, presence strengthens. And maybe this strategic lightness is the link that connects success to inner peace, something most only notice when they experience it themselves. Giving up was never really an option. Every mistake, every stumble, is just part of the process that leads to results. A mind trained in consistency knows that failures don't define the journey, they shape it. The key is staying steady, even when progress feels slow, and turning every lesson into action. When the weight of the world tries to crush confidence, emotional control becomes the strongest ally. Persisting isn't just willpower, it's a quiet discipline that grows with every step. And as you keep moving, confidence builds because each decision proves that obstacles aren't barriers, they're signs of growth. In the rhythm of persistence, opportunities emerge where doubt once lived. Energy focused on action replaces fear of failure. Every decisive move is a building block for lasting achievement. And interestingly, it's in this flow of continuity that life starts responding with strength, preparing the stage for the next challenges still ahead. Now that all these insights have been shared, the question is, what are you going to do with them? Will you keep letting fear, anxiety, and lack of discipline set the pace of your life? Or will you take control, use consistency and emotional control to turn every challenge into a step toward the results you deserve? Transformation doesn't happen by watching from the sidelines. It happens by acting. Every decision tests your confidence and courage, and every small step reinforces the path to freedom and success. So, why not start right now? Apply these strategies, see the changes, and discover how entrepreneurship can flourish when your mind is in charge. If you want to keep learning how to master your nervous system, turn anxiety into focus, and create consistent results, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Don't wait for tomorrow to become the most powerful, strategic version of yourself.